Everyone has various standards for what constitutes the greatest tennis player of all time, and the discussion is never-ending. Nevertheless, if one looks at the cold, hard numbers, Novak Djokovic may already lay claim to being the greatest tennis player in history. Welcome back to Tennis Experts. Watch the video to know why Novak Djokovic is destined for 30 Grand Slams. Novak Djokovic is already a tennis player in the Tennis Hall of Fame, even if he never captures another Grand Slam. For now, rating Djokovic among the all-time greats is only a snapshot in an album that could prove one of the most decorated careers in tennis history. Although many tennis fans are still divided regarding his personality, Djokovic, who goes by the colourful names Noel, the Djoker, and the Serbinator, is a significant representative of tennis as the sport's #1 player right now. Djokovic is ushering in a new age in tennis with his exceptional and extraordinary playing abilities, threatening modern giants' dominance, and this may only be the beginning. With 22 Grand Slam victories between them, his 10th Australian Open victory surpasses Rafael Nadal's record for the most Grand Slams in the men's division. Novak Djokovic would secure the first calendar Grand Slam on the men's tour in more than 50 years and become the first person ever to win 21 Grand Slams in his career if he were to win the 2021 US Open. Djokovic was expected to become a top-tier tennis player due to his inherent athleticism and defensive skills. The fact that he was able to make up for the minor relative flaws in his game and become the greatest men's player ever, however, speaks volumes about his skill. These are 3 instances where Djokovic won the day. For Djokovic, the 2009 season has been challenging. He won 2 Masters-level competitions in 2008 in addition to the Australian Open, but he is yet to advance to another Slam final. He's still doing well in the Masters tournaments, making it to 4 finals in 8 2009 matches, but losing all 4 matches in 1 set to Andy Murray, Roger Federer, and Rafael Nadal. Although he is still among the best players in the world, it appears that he hit his head on the Federer or Nadal ceiling. Djokovic was well known as one of the sport's top returners and most nimble defenders. He rarely had to defend his backhand. Although Djokovic's forehand improved against Nadal, his most renowned forehand was thrown against another great. Djokovic had a 70-6 record at the year's end. He won 8 matches while going 58-2 in slams and Masters-level competition. 4 years later, he would finally surpass himself in this area by winning 9 such titles, including the ATP Tour Finals in 2015. No game more than the semi-final in New York might have had a better representation of how Djokovic's game was so masterfully coming together. He defeated a player who, at the time, was already widely regarded as the greatest to ever live, displaying extraordinary fitness by winning 3 consecutive sets. From 2005 and 2010, he lost 8 games, including 4 slams, the 2005 and 2006 French Open, the 2007 Wimbledon, and the 2009 Australian Open. And in other instances, his body gave up when he didn't. For example, after winning 2 of the first 3 sets against Joe Wilfried Tsonga in the quarterfinals of the 2010 Australia Open, he broke down and lost 6-3, 6-1. Yet, Djokovic only discovered that he was gluten intolerant with the assistance of a Serbian specialist watching his problems on television. As he detailed in his book, Serve to Win, a big nutrition modification would have nearly entirely avoided these mid-match collapses. It allowed him to reach a level of fitness that few have experienced. Throughout the last 11 years, he has only lost 5 matches, including 3 in the previous 9. His performance in prolonged matches has improved, to the point where it's almost unbeatable. Further improvements in his game become even more apparent after his fitness was in tip-top shape. His serve has yet to regain the same level of domination since recovering from his elbow problems in 2017. Yet, he still placed 8th on the men's circuit in 2021 by winning 69% of his service points. When you do so, your opponent has little chance and wins 43% of your return points, second to Diego Schwartzman by just 0.5 percentage points. On Tuesday, Djokovic will be 7 victories away from making history. Regardless of what happens in New York over the next 2 weeks, he has a good chance of finishing with the most Slam championships in career history. but nothing in the annals of men's tennis could compare to it if he were to win a full-season Grand Slam and do so at the age of 34, in the third unique peak of his illustrious career. But it will take some work to pull off. First of all, there will be a fierce rivalry. He twice trailed Stefanos Tsitsipas by 2 sets during that successful fortnight, necessitating 5 sets to defeat him in the French Open finals. It took him 4 sets to beat Matteo Berrettini at Wimbledon. Both of those athletes have experienced success on hard-court slams. Berrettini advanced to the US Open semifinals in 2019, and Tsitsipas twice advanced to the Australian Open semifinals in the previous 3 years. Alexander Zverev won gold on hard courts at the Tokyo Olympics, and Daniil Medvedev's stellar recent play, in which he has won 36 of his last 40 hard-court matches and claimed the Toronto title earlier in August, has propelled him to the top of Tennis Abstract's hard-court ELO rankings. 2 other ATP top 5 players, Daniil Medvedev and Alexander Zverev, have also reached the US Open finals in the previous 2 years. Thanks to his physical preparedness and perseverance, Djokovic has maintained a lead over the competition in best-of-5 slam situations. However, the younger generation is still closing in, and he may need his best tournament performance of the year to prevail. Djokovic is renowned for being obsessive about his health, and it's no secret that he made a big improvement when he stopped eating foods containing gluten. He went from having breathing issues on the court and having trouble in long matches to having the best fitness in tennis and winning some of the most physically demanding matches ever played. Djokovic has been practicing exceptional self-care for more than 10 years after realizing the value of doing so. You can already tell that this work will pay off with a longer career because he's nearly 36 and one of the fittest athletes. But how long will it continue to be like this? It may be 1 or 2 years and it may be difficult to predict, but how long will it take between him being unquestionably the best player in the world and him no longer being able to compete for the Grand Slam titles? When that happens, we will know. Djokovic is still the best player in the world, accentuating Nadal on clay. He's a class above everyone else. The way that Djokovic has been able to modify and advance their game over time is genuinely admirable. First, Djokovic's serve has improved dramatically over the past 5 years. It's now one of the game's most precise serves, and it was sometimes different. The service is one of those things that you deserve better than ever at 40 years old. In addition, his net game has significantly improved over the years. He has grown more easily in the net, a crucial tool for shortening points. With his long, sinewy limbs, he can reach out to either side of the court and save balls that would be sure winners in the typical tennis setting. He dashes with long, athletic pace found in extraordinary horses like Seabiscuit and Secretariat, and neither his back nor forehand is a weakness. Djokovic may eventually establish an unheard-of standard for power returners if he can win several more Grand Slams and maintain his athletic attacking defense while remaining healthy. You wonder if you've got the skills to smash that subscribe button as hard as these players do? Because if you can, then prove it. Do it right now. Also, since you're already going to smash that subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button as well. But to other videos on our channel, drop your valuable comments down below and check out our playlist.